So last year, basically my life was pretty shit. I hated my life. I hated myself. I hated my life. I hated where I lived. I hated everything about myself and everything about my life. I hated. Life was just so goddamn hard. It was like every morning I'd have to get up and go to work. I'd have to convince myself to go to work. And then it would take all of my energy to go to work and survive to 3 o'clock. And then I'd come home and fall apart and have like an emotional breakdown, or just go to bed and want to disappear in the bed. I was doing meditation, and that's when it sort of I started meditation last year, and that was one thing that really helped me every morning to get to work. Throughout the day, I would have lots of anxiety attacks and nearly falling apart, but I just really had to persevere. So there wasn't much fun, much happiness in my life. I was in that fight or flight mode the whole time. For some reason at school, I wouldn't actually cry. I wouldn't let myself cry. Well, basically, I wouldn't let myself cry at all, really. I just saw that as a sign of weakness. My husband was so strong and so supportive and had my back the whole time, but he was the only one in my corner. Maybe my family were as well, but I just felt so alone and so lonely and by myself. I just felt like it was me against the world. So then I found Bronte through the Australian Centre of Holistic Studies. She was doing advertising for them, and that's how I first came across Bronte, and that was probably in about November. And so then I spoke with Bronte, and I felt that real excitement in my stomach. I was like, oh, I really have to do this program. I just felt so connected to Bronte and her energy and her vibration, and how she was talking about the women in the group will support each other and nurturing each other, and you'll learn about yourself. And so that just really resonated with me. And then over Christmas break, being at the beach, I did sort of feel myself de-stress, and I was so looking forward to starting the program, and that was like my one excitement in life, was the starting of that program. And then since joining, all of the women in our group are they're just amazing. It's like we all just gel like a family, and we're very supportive and caring and nurturing. And when someone in our group has something good happens or a celebration happens, we're all like partying with her to cheer them on and tell her well done and good on you. But at the same time, if we're feeling a bit down or a bit low, we can go on to our group and share honestly how we're feeling and how down and flat and everything we feel, and the rest of us will sort of go on and try to pep them up with words of encouragement. And so it's really nice to know that these ladies in our group, in the sisterhood, that we have each other's back, that we're always there for each other, and there's always someone there who is there to comment or to sort of help you feel a little bit better about yourself. It's like in the sisterhood that you can just be yourself. You can just be authentic. If you're having a bad day, you can say, I'm having a bad day, and what you're having a bad day about. Or if you're angry at something, you can express that. Or if you're happy, it's like you don't need to put on a false face. It's a bit like, I know when I go to work, my body and persona is in work mode, or when I'm at home, I'm a different person again. And but it's like in the sisterhood, our academy group, we can all just be ourselves and let it all hang out and express our hopes and fears and dreams. It's just amazing how all of us are just sort of drawn together. And I think as the time has gone on, because it's 6 months, we're just sort of getting closer and closer to each other, and very much like a family support, and just sort of uplift each other. And it's like we're even sharing our energy, and our vibration is all like, because a lot of the time when we're doing our group calls, I can feel everyone's vibration and energy, and that also boosts you up. One of the best things about doing the Soul Worker Academy has just been that support that we've all given to each other. And I can talk about things like being an empath, or about ascension symptoms, or about how my guides are now wanting me to do soul retrieval. And I don't have to explain it. I don't get these weird looks like, are you right in the head? Or do you know what you're talking about? Or are you just making this shit up? The sisterhood is really important to me. It's allowed me to be very authentic. I can actually talk about anything I like, rather than second guessing myself and thinking, oh, what are these people going to think if I say this or do this? And it's lots of freedom. It's just like my heart can open and I can be myself and I can talk about whatever I like, and the other women get it. We all just have that love for each other, and that same interest and the same growth and ascension and everything else. Yeah, so it's just a really special bond, and very, the vibration and the energy, it's just like when we're all together doing like our group readings or a meditation together, you can really feel the vibration just boosting us all up higher and lifting us up. It's amazing.